Module 6, an overview of cross-agency programs and initiatives. In this module, we will learn about cross-agency programs and initiatives. The Bay Watershed Education and Training Program and the Ocean Acidification Program are presented together because their management crosses several line offices and programs, specifically the Office of Oceanic and Atmospheric Research, the National Marine Fisheries Service, the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries, the Office for Coastal Management, and the Office of Education. The climate literacy and ocean literacy initiatives are presented together because multiple line offices and programs from across the agency have played a role in their development and continue to promote the goal of these initiatives, which is the integration of key climate and ocean concepts into informal and K-12 formal education. We recommend that you watch Module 1 prior to viewing this presentation, as it provides an overview of NOAA education and gives useful context for this module and other modules in this series. The Bay Watershed Education and Training Program, also known as BWET. BWET is an environmental education program that promotes locally relevant, authentic experiential learning focused on K-12 audiences. BWET funding is provided through competitive grants that promote meaningful watershed educational experiences, or MWEs. MWEs are multi-stage activities that include learning both outdoors and in the classroom and aim to increase the environmental literacy of all participants. These activities leverage local STEM assets and STEM professionals. As a result of the MWE activities, students should have an understanding of basic watershed concepts, as well as the interaction between natural systems, such as wildlife and the water cycle, and social systems, such as communities and schools, highlighting the connection between human activity and environmental conditions. Other important characteristics of a MWE include teacher participation, integration with classroom curriculum, use of the local context for learning, multiple activities over time, and inclusion of NOAA assets. Finally, teachers should be skilled in using environmental education and MWEs to address multiple subjects curriculum standards and local education agency initiatives. In order to gain and maintain environmental education competencies, teachers need access to sustained, high-quality professional development that includes ongoing support and feedback. Teachers should gain confidence in the value of MWEs and strategies for conducting them so that they will conduct MWEs after the BWET-supported program has ended. The BWET program funds teacher professional development programs that increase teachers' knowledge and awareness of environmental issues, models environmental education pedagogy, allows for adequate instructional time, provides ongoing support and appropriate incentives, and meets jurisdictional guidelines. The BWET program is housed in the Office of Education, but implemented by 7 NOAA regional host offices, including regional fisheries offices and national marine sanctuaries. The encircled areas on this map represent the regions served and the approximate areas that are eligible for BWET funds. Some regions have specific watershed boundaries or focus on projects working in coastal communities. Visit the NOAA BWET program national website for more information about regional grant competition and links to regional websites. The Ocean Acidification Program. The NOAA Ocean Acidification Program, or OA program, was established in May 2011 by the Federal Ocean Acidification Research and Monitoring Act. This program aims to coordinate research, monitoring, and other activities to improve our understanding of how the chemistry of the ocean is changing, how variable that change is by region, and what impacts these changes are having on marine life, people, and the local, regional, and national economies. Education and outreach are vital to improving the public's awareness and understanding of ocean acidification. This includes not only increasing the general awareness that ocean acidification is happening now, but also the understanding of the scientific knowledge and the impacts of the ocean's changing chemistry. The OA program supported the Effective Practices for Communicating Ocean Acidification workshop in conjunction with the Oceans in a High CO2 World meetings in 2012 and 2016. Participants recognized that the ocean acidification scientific field was evolving quickly and were inspired to form working groups to focus on different aspects of ocean acidification, education, and outreach, including topics such as effective messages and evaluating educational resources that are available for students. The Ocean Acidification Program helps to coordinate these working groups. One of these working groups looked at the growing body of scientific literature and the climbing number of education and communication activities that were being developed. The SOURCE, or Sharing Ocean Acidification Resources for Communicators and Educators webinar series, was created in partnership with the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries. This series provides ocean acidification communication tools for educators and other stakeholders across the country. One of its primary goals is to promote a more integrated and effective ocean acidification education community by sharing ocean acidification education and communication activities virtually. The OA program drafted an implementation plan in concert with NOAA's Office of Education and a few other offices active in ocean acidification education and outreach, such as the Northwest Fisheries Science Center and the Coral Reef Conservation Program. The program also supported a needs assessment of ocean acidification education, the first goal of this implementation plan. This needs assessment cataloged education and outreach tools that already exist and surveyed NOAA programs and partners to identify their needs with the goal of filling identified gaps. Copies of the implementation plan, the needs assessment, and other resources can be found on the Ocean Acidification Program website. Climate and ocean literacy. NOAA has fostered 2 grassroots initiatives that encourage teaching and learning key concepts about the ocean and climate. These initiatives have focused on the development and promotion of 2 frameworks, the Climate Literacy Essential Principles and Fundamental Concepts, and the Ocean Literacy Essential Principles and Fundamental Concepts. These 2 frameworks present a vision of an ocean and climate literate society. Many scientists and educators across the nation collaborated to produce these guides, which define ocean and climate literacy and identify the principles and concepts of ocean and climate science that should be included in K-12 curricula and serve as common messages in informal education and outreach. Climate literacy is an initiative promoted by multiple line offices and programs, although, as you learned in Module 5, the Climate Program Office leads this effort. This initiative started in late 2005 in an effort to reach broad consensus among the scientists and educators on what public audiences need to understand about the climate. In the end, with leadership from NOAA's Climate Program Office, the framework was adopted by all members of the U.S. Global Change Research Program, the interagency body that guides scientific research related to climate change, such as the National Climate Assessment. What you see on this slide is the guiding principle for informed climate decision-making, that humans can take actions to reduce climate change and its impacts. In addition, there are 7 essential principles of climate literacy. This framework guides development of educational materials and programs and is promoted by multiple programs and offices within NOAA, in addition to programs run by other federal agencies and non-federal institutions. This effort was modeled after the Ocean Literacy Campaign, which we will talk about in the next slide. The Ocean Literacy Campaign began in 2004 in an effort to address the absence of ocean sciences in formal K-12 standards and curricula. NOAA offices and their personnel were instrumental in developing the definition of ocean literacy you see here, the framework of 7 essential principles and the fundamental concepts that support the principles, as well as a scope and sequence for unpacking and sequencing the conceptual development across grade bands, and finally, an alignment to the next generation science standards. While these resources were developed with the formal K-12 educational community in mind, the principles and fundamental concepts have served as a useful tool for developing common messaging about the ocean for public audiences. NOAA education staff remain committed to promoting this framework to new audiences through numerous programs and instructional resources. Notably, this effort has also received significant international attention and is influencing ocean literacy efforts in other countries around the globe. In the next module, you'll learn more about another NOAA office, the Office of Education. Please take a few moments to fill out a survey regarding this module. We welcome suggestions for improving this presentation. The link is available on the YouTube page for this video presentation and can be used for any of the NOAA education modules.